Hello, everyone. I'm John Kim with US Kids Golf, and welcome to the US Kids Golf Mission Podcast, Episode 2. Some of you didn't think we were going to make it past 1. Well, here we are. I'm mostly kidding. Thank you all for the very nice words and kind feedback that you provided after our first episode. Remember, this podcast is designed to help you and your young player navigate this enjoyable but sometimes confusing journey through kids golf. Now, before we get to today's show, great guest, a couple of quick housekeeping items. One, we just returned from the PGA show in Orlando. For those that don't know, it's the world's largest convention of golf industry professionals. We're talking golf pros, manufacturers, media, influencers. Everyone that came by the booth, thank you. It was great to see you. We had a top 50 kids coach and top 50 master kids coach ceremony. We do that every year at the main stage. Congratulations to those who received an award from US Kids Golf for being such a great coach. And then shout out to Golf Digest. Golf Digest was there, of course. They wrote an article, the coolest things that we saw at the PGA show. US Kids Golf Tour Series 6 line of clubs, the one coming out this spring, made that list. There's only like 10 items on there of the tens of thousands of items on display. I'm telling you, this line of clubs is going to blow your mind. If you're an advanced young player, you are going to want to get your hands and try out these clubs. Now, let's get to today's guest. Kevin Weeks is the director of instruction at Cog Hill Golf Club in just outside of Chicago. He's one of the most highly acclaimed and awarded coaches that there is. He was the 2023 PGA National Teacher / Coach of the Year. Look on any top coaches list. Golf Digest does a top 50 coaches in America every year. Every year he's on it. I think he was number 37 this year. Think of all the coaches out there. Number 37. That's pretty good. He's also, in our opinion, one of the top kids coaches ever because he's been a U.S. Kids Golf Master kids coach since 2009. So, 17 years of being recognized as one of the best coaches for kids. He's also a great friend, and I can't wait for him to share some of his insight with you as a parent or another golf coach on what he does to make sure kids are having fun learning the game of golf. Kevin Weeks, my buddy, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us on the podcast.
I'm good, John. It's good to be here.
Kevin, for those out there who may not be familiar with you, tell us just briefly about yourself.
Been director of instruction at Cog Hill now since 1996. Quit teaching tour players in 2013 to grow our junior program.
Kevin, earlier I went through a list of accolades that you had won, and you had mentioned about the tour players that you had been working with. Mm-hmm. You could coach anywhere, anybody. Why kids? Why do you focus on kids?
They're more fun to work with. They listen better. And that's why I quit teaching tour players, is I wanted to give the young players in the Chicagoland area the experiences that I had learned on tour to grow their games.
We just got back from the PGA show, and we always talk about the awards that you win, but you won a pretty interesting award again, or I should say another award. Tell me about this Game Changer Award. It said the largest program in the country. What does that mean?
The Game Changer Award is for the top 25 programs in the country. And this past year at Cog Hill, we had 460 players in our PGA Junior League program, and we were the largest in the country this year.
Now, one of the things that I think really marks your program is the fact that it's not just numbers, right? It's never about numbers. Right. It's always about results. And your results are kids keep coming back. And you always mention they come back because it's fun. What does that mean?
We try to make it fun. We give them a few skills, and then we play games that reinforce the skills. They have it where we want to make it where when they come out, they're having fun practicing what they're working on. And I knew we were on the right track. It was my third year not teaching tour players. I had one of our junior moms came to me and asked if Cog Hill rented the back of the range for the birthday party. Our kid was having so much fun with what we did back there with the hula hoops, and we have all kind of things that they hit the balls through, and we have colored balls for the putting contest, that he wanted to have his birthday party at the back of the range at Cog Hill.
Did you?
We did.
Oh, okay, good. My next birthday, you might expect me. Although my birthday's in January, I bet you the back of the range isn't all that great at Cog Hill in January, is it?
It's open.
Good point. All right. Kevin, the most impactful thing you've ever said to me regarding kids golf. Do you remember what it was and why I might bring it up for this?
Yeah, it's whenever I speak to especially parents groups, I have them, my last thing is I tell them to leave, make the kids leave when they're having fun. Don't make them stay. Leave just around the peak of when they're having the most fun, because that way the young players, especially the little ones, they'll want to come back. If you make them stay, they're going to remember they were made to stay, and they're not going to want to go back.
So, in other words, yeah, better to leave a little early than a little late.
Absolutely.
Kevin, love that idea, love that concept. Can you go a little bit deeper into what you do at Cog Hill that makes it fun? I've been there. I've seen
Right.
the different areas, and I love it. I, as an old guy, would hang out there all day. What is it that you guys do that makes kids have fun, where they don't even realize they're learning?
Right. We have tons of games set up. We will have what we call our short game tree, which is a electrical conduit we've put extensions on it that's 13 feet high, that has a red hula hoop, a yellow hula hoop, a blue hula hoop, a green hula hoop attached to it with the color of corresponding balls, and they'll hit them through the circles. We also have tic-tac-toe boards that we will put on the ground, and they will play tic-tac-toe either by themselves or against a buddy. If a buddy's there, one has a tube of yellow balls, one has a tube of white balls, and they will play each other. If no one's there, then they'll take one tube, and how many balls does it take to get a ball to stop in each square? We have tons of putting games. On the driving range, we'll put swimming pool noodles up 4 feet apart and let them hit drivers through there. Can they start it through there? Can they, as the ball goes, they get better as it goes down range, can they keep it within that corridor?
From a parent's perspective, how does a parent help make it fun for the kid? I mean, obviously you've got the coaching side covered. When they come to Cog Hill, they're going to have fun. How does the parent keep the kid enjoying it, having fun, motivated?
By giving them the opportunity to go practice. And then when they do go practice, let them have self-discovery time. They're young players. They're not the finished product. They're going to make mistakes. Don't criticize and critique every swing they make. Encourage them to do their drills. Did you do your drills? What are you supposed to be doing? That's why I like the parents to come to lessons, because then they know what we're doing, how we're saying it, and they're using the words that we use, not normal golf terminology.
Yeah,
that's
so important.
I try not to use golf terminology, even with my adult students. I don't talk about the shaft getting flatter. Hey, let's get the hands more over here. Let's get them up. Whatever they understand, I'll rather speak their language than them trying to figure out our language, because I don't think you should have to learn a new language to play a sport.
That's fair. That's a great point. And I know that it is important, though, and you and all the coaches there at Cog Hill do use the same terminology. It doesn't change from coach to coach. It's just kind of a program vernacular, if that's the right way to put it. So we were talking about your range in January. Okay, it's open, but I'm telling you, I know it gets cold in Chicago. I've read the books. I know it happens. So what about kids that don't get to play 12 months a year? How do you keep it fun learning golf, interested in learning golf, even during the downtime, the off season, so to speak?
Well, thanks to COVID, so many people have put nets and or simulators in their house. I had a program last night, and I had everybody come together, and of the 14 kids there, every one of them had either simulator or a net in their house. If you don't, you can still do putting.
Right. Yep.
You can putt on rulers, putting 2x4s down. You can putt to tin cans, to Coke bottles, those type things. You can make a lot of changes if they know what they're working on, just making slow swings, rehearsing the body movements.
Kevin, do you like when when your students during the off season of Chicago and what you just said about being able to still maintain some golf awareness and golf exercises to kind of keep those muscles going? But do you like it when they play other sports, when they go to play basketball in the winter or soccer in the spring or whatever it might be?
Up to the age of 12, I want them playing as many sports as they can possibly play. You learn so much about teamwork, um, resiliency that golf doesn't teach them, that I want them playing other sports as many as possible, um, even to the point of working out with somebody that teaches functional movement. Because so many kids today, they don't do functional movement. They don't go out and play in the yard. They don't go play in the schoolyard. They don't go play pickup basketball or throw baseballs in the neighborhood. So they need the functional movement stuff. So all of that stuff is really important. Anything they can do athletically, yes. And then if they really want to play golf, they're really interested in playing, by the time they're 13, then they can start picking two sports. And hopefully, especially up here, hopefully they are complementary to each other. They're in opposite seasons, because I don't think 12 to 14 weeks of downtime is a bad thing. Now, downtime doesn't mean maybe you quit it altogether, but you drop down to 5 to 10 hours a week of doing it. So at least the movement stays sharp, but it prevents burnout, and it gives them an avenue to release all that tension and pressure. I was stunned when our 17U players or older players came to us and asked if they could do PGA Junior League, because they were playing real high level golf. And finally I asked them, so why do you guys want to do this? And they go, because we're playing a scramble. It's the most fun we have on the golf course all year.
Well, first, I believe that part. It is a lot of fun when you get the right group and the right
Mhm.
kind of group dynamics and chemistry going. But what you said before that, I really want to emphasize for parents that are watching or listening, and that is that I do not know a coach. I do not know a widely respected, acclaimed coach, not just at your level, but really at any level recognized as a good coach uh, that has ever said the opposite.
Mhm.
But I know several parents that
Mhm.
haven't subscribed to that yet, and that is that up until a certain point of development, you said the age of 12, whatever
12
that
to
age would
13.
be,
Mhm.
yeah, it is great for the kids to get exposed to as many different athletic endeavors as possible. Have them not only learn other sports, but that just builds different muscles. It just gets you in better shape, flexibility, whatever it might be. It is good for kids. You don't have to specialize at 8 or 9.
Oh,
We're a kids golf
absolutely.
company. And I'm telling you, don't specialize at 8 or 9. It's you want your kid, and keep in mind, Kevin, and this is going to lead to the next topic of discussion, but as a development company, our focus is on how good you might be at 17, 18, 19 years old. I tell parents all the time, I'll say it almost every show that we do on this podcast. As a rule, I don't care how good your kid is at 8, 9, or 10 years old. I mean, if it makes them happy to play well and I want them to be happy, then I want them to play well. But in terms of, are they the best? Maybe, but maybe not. I want them to feel like they're the best. And more importantly, I want them to love golf when they get to a certain age, not how good can they be, how far can they hit it, how low can their score be at the early developmental stages. Let's give them the solid fundamentals. Let's teach them not only properly in a way that they can build upon that, stack upon that, but most importantly, to love playing, to love learning. Kevin, what did I say wrong?
Nothing. We are all about process. And I couldn't agree with you more about not specializing at 8 to 10 to 12. Even when you get middle school, it's okay to play two sports as long as they're complementary and they're not in the same season.
Right.
And if you're living a place where you can play year round, it's okay if you're playing the sport that is during the same season as golf. That's okay. In fact, I've been trying to think since you said that. I want to say every tour player I worked with, and I had 10 PGA Tour wins, the players I was working with at the time when I was teaching on tour, I want to say every one of them played another sport in high school.
We may have to stitch that on a pillow or something. That's pretty important stuff there. Kevin, does any one particular story stand out in all your years of coaching, particularly in coaching kids? Any story stand out outside of the birthday party at Cog Hill that gives you that feeling like, yeah, I'm doing a good thing that fulfills me, that makes me feel impactful?
Yeah, and John, it actually happened this year when we won the 17U National Championship. I kept my composure and was interviewed after the awards ceremony. And I looked up after the interview, and there were the kids that just won the national championship, John, and they were helping the staff put the tables back in the tent. And at that moment, even now, I somewhat lose it. I lost it at that moment.
All right.
Because that's the culture that we had tried to build, that it's not about you. It's not about you. It's about the whole program. It's about being a good person. It's about getting better every day. And new people in our program, it takes them a while to get adjusted to us focusing on the process, because we tell them all the time, I'm not here to make the best 14, 15-year-old golfer. I'm trying to make the best 18 to 22-year-old golfer.
Yeah.
We never say nice shot. Nice shots can be created doing anything. With us, everything is about the process of getting better. Every time they master a task, we'll give them the same task a little more difficult in another way, just to keep them fresh and to keep focusing on the process.
So, Kevin, for a parent who's worried that their kid's not having fun, what can they do to make sure that their kids are having fun and that they have confidence that the kid is enjoying getting to know, learn, develop, and play golf?
One thing is basically ask them, are you having fun? Because kids will tell you, are you having fun? What's not fun? What is fun? And sometimes they may have to look in the mirror. They may be the issue. The coach may be pushing them too hard. And if it is, we've had kids go on to play college. We have a couple of them working for us now. It should always be fun and constructive. And that's where you need to figure out talk to the young player and figure out what's not enjoying here, and figure out why they feel like they're being pushed in a direction they don't want to go. Because generally when a kid's not having fun, it's because they're being pushed in a direction they don't want to go.
Yeah, that's a great point. The open communication between the parent and the player, the kid, and the coach is so crucial to making sure that the kid wants to keep coming back, kind of how we opened the show. Keep in mind, the first part of the U.S. Kids Golf mission statement is to help kids have fun learning the lifelong game of golf and creating parent interaction that creates lifelong memories or lasting memories. And so, yeah, we can't emphasize that first part enough. Kevin, no one does it better than you, man. Congratulations on all the success. Keep it going. And thank you for making time for us on the Mission Podcast.
John, thank you for what you have done and U.S. Kids Golf has done to facilitate that. It's a two-way street, and nobody does it better, nor has clubs that fit them better than U.S. Kids.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Stay warm. And I look forward to getting back up there and teeing it up with you soon.
Sounds great, John. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.